Order for one say Akwetia by elections no is around the corner. And che Akwetia omuso omubenya omu MP new one. This year no NPP for the omu candidate about for this year meno kasano NDC for so the omudia but this year meno kasano say NDC for oma presente omu Akwetia by election candidate obe representing party no na chese omunsu ometumi akwakọ pre eye parliamentary seat no na Akwetiafo so ometumi nya eye rep a oye MP e dia ma constituency no dofo isi amene okasa no ejebo NDP fo no mudi kan e de candidate by isi amene okasa no NDC fo so de candidate ba isi amene okasa no submit forms bia our headquarters, I'm assuming this are breaking is winning now, bro. Our Ghanatube for my call, Nayan candidates cry NDC for or Modia Ba ahead of a Akwetia by elections. Remember, you see our Ghanatube.
It's still News Central here on TV3. I'm Kemeni Amano. Now, in other news, aspirants contesting the NDC's parliamentary primary in the Akwetia constituency have begun submitting their nomination forms at the party's regional office. Former NDC Member of Parliament for the constituency, Henry Boakye, who has completed the filing process, says he is confident of securing the party's nod. He says his track record and need for continuity in development puts him in a strong position against his two main contenders. My colleague Yvonne Nikwe has been monitoring proceedings. She's joining us with a bit more on this. Yvonne, good afternoon to you. Talk to us about how things are shaping up for the primary in Akwetia as far as the NDC is concerned. Well, before we hear from Yvonne, let's take a listen to Henry Boakye.
I would say that's the beauty of democracy. Indeed, they are very good friends in the party, especially our lead counsel, Lawyer Bernard Bediako, who led us through the legal battle for good 7 months that we have been in court together. So my message is very simple, that it's not enough. One-term syndrome in Akwetia should be the thing of the past. We cannot have development if we are to go one term. That is why I'm seeking for re-election. And also, when I became an MP, our party was not in government. And I know what I did. Since now we have the presidency, we have the DC, it's a good time for me to continue to have the mandate for my second term so that I can complete the project that I was not able to complete during the tenure of my office as Member of Parliament, the 8th Parliament.
Well, Henry Boakye is a former Member of Parliament for the Akwetia constituency. He's filed his nomination for the NDC primary, hoping to get the nod and represent in that by-election a little later from now. But let's connect with Yvonne Nikwe, our Eastern Region correspondent. She's been following events in the constituency closely. Yvonne, talk to us about how things are shaping up. We know that Henry has already submitted his nomination forms. Talk to us about the other two contenders.
I said to you, the other two contenders are yet to file in their forms. We're still waiting, hoping that by the close of the day, they do so. Now, they're still within the time because by the party's resolution between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m., they should do so. So we're hoping that they'll be able to go through. Now, this process actually still confirms their intention to still be in the race. And so for now, in the region, this is how far the filing process has been so far.
I see. Now, we know about the former Member of Parliament, Henry Boakye. Who are the other two contenders? What do we know about them?
Well, apart from the former parliamentary candidate for the constituency, we do know that his own lawyer, who was leading his case for him during the suit between him and the deceased MP in the person of Bernard Ediako is also in the race. There's a third person by the name Erasmus Cornell, two of them as they're making them say. We're asking him today how he feels about that. He says that he believes that it's a democratic dispensation, and so all of them should, of course, contest. But on his part, he believes that it stands a chance. But waiting to see the two of them as well to get their part of what they think would be, especially going against one of their own that has been in the race before. As I speak, as petitioning MPP is also placing its own vote in the constituency to have its own launch of campaign disasters.
I see. And then there is Erastus also. Talk to us about Erastus.
So, Erastus is one of the staunch member of the NDC in the Africa constituency. He's had his own intention to go in the primaries, but that was one of the things he never did because, as it were, the members of the party and stakeholders advised him not to go, both in the 2016 and 2020 elections. That's the primaries, I mean, and so he never stood up. He feels that this is a time to go into the race. Hopefully that the delegate will give him the phone. The third person is Bernard Bediako. A surprise actually for all political watchers, but he believes that at the old time of his own person he fronted for and the court litigation has passed, and so he believes he could carry his own party in the constituency and probably for him win the elections if indeed the delegates give him the nod come elections on Monday, August 4th.
I see. And so as we are counting down to that August 4th, talk to us about how party folk in the constituency are preparing for this day.
It's an interesting situation for the party and the constituency, especially for the NDC delegates. This is a contest going to be among people who are were best buddies or friends, but they have to make that tough decision to elect just one person to lead them in a very critical election. A lot of things are going through their mind. They are also waiting for the vetting process to go on, and then they cast their ballot as well. In a few days to come, we'll be engaging them to have issues that they will be basing on to have that ballot cast to elect somebody for the primary before the elections comes on Monday.
Very well, Yvonne, you keep an eye on events there. Thank you so much for the reporting at this time. Yvonne Ikwe is our Eastern Region correspondent, keeping an eye on the NDC primary for the Akwetia constituency. One candidate has already submitted his nomination forms.
Order for when a breaking news if NDC for party mu amesumidi ni nyina bro e wo Ghanatube. Sisi ana me na wo kasan NDC for o master omo ye omo internal primaries. Tese sisi ano candidate miensa e no mo expect say omo fa omo forms. Embra anase omo mba no mapeke omo forms. Na chese omo ko represent e akwetiafo e wo parliament odofo. Sisi ana me na wo kasan nipa 3 no baako ababe peke forms kama or former MP odofo tisi an ye hwe nim se mienu na aka no so meba be the same thing na chese nyame ya adoma NDC for no ometumi apeke emu baako na omakwa akoto abane kama ewa akutia se na be ya akutiafo nso betumi anya representative ewa parliament and odofo this time round NDC for benya over 2/3. You see an more 2/3 ewa parliament da nto besan so nya over 2/3 omenya additional 2/3 plus 1 ana say ome maintain om 2/3 na ono odofo we ene ya breaking news abetodwa me so be din nyina bro e wo Ghanatube mo refise mba like na ma subscribe na ma share na ma hit notification bell so am say na be ya abri bia drop content say ya wo wonya ntempa no ahwe wetie ma odofo aha ana me de nsem nya besi e wo Ghanatube so makra mu nyina eda mu nyina se